skills that are needed in this region, in this community. And it covers partnerships with community colleges, career and technical education schools, just like this microelectronics boot camp. So this would be the kind of thing that we would be wanting to encourage. We know that there are job openings, and we know that there are people who are willing and able, so we just need to close that skills gap to get folks the skills that they need for these 21st century jobs. And if an employer participates in these educational partnerships, does direct training, then they can claim a tax credit for half the cost of the training, up to $5,000 per worker. So we're trying to incentivize small companies to do the training, as well as large companies like BAE. We're trying to come up with tax credits that will make it worthwhile for them. And it also includes qualified apprenticeship programs. So trying to get people out onto the factory floor and helping workers earn more in the long run. We know that New Hampshire has an incredibly low unemployment rate right now, 2.7%. But we also know that people are underemployed. So people may have one or two different jobs, and they may be working in fast food or retail. But this part you'll be interested in. Workers who complete a registered apprenticeship program or training program like this earn an average of close to $250,000 more through the course of their career than similar workers who don't participate. So $250,000 more, and you think about what that means for being able to own a car, own a home, pay for all your expenses, take a vacation occasionally, raise a family, save for college, save for retirement, all of these things that we hope that families have the opportunity for here in New Hampshire. We know we have a high quality of life here, but hoping that people will be able to get established and do well. I'm introducing the bill with two colleagues, Jared Polis from Colorado and Seth Moulton from Massachusetts, who are co-chairs of what we call the Future of Work Task Force. So one of my goals is to be very focused on the future of work, to make sure that New Hampshire has the funding and the programming for these kinds of programs that will help people of your generation, whatever that generation may be, to meet these new jobs. And I'm delighted that we have the support of the New England Council as well. So today, I'm excited to be joined by your mayor, Jim Donchis, and the Economic Development Director, Tim Cummings, who are with us to help launch this legislation and to support all of you in your studies. So, Mayor Donchis. Thank you.
We're always really happy when Annie comes to town because she lives near Concord, and she always does a great job for us here in Nashville. She's fighting for us all the time in Congress. We're very proud of our community college here in Nashville. The college, are doing such a great job in educating people to get jobs that we want right here in Nashville. And Tim Cummings, who is the Economic Development Director, and I are constantly working on trying to create opportunity for as many people as we possibly can. Cindy Rosenwald, who you haven't met yet, is one of the state reps from the city. She's doing the same at the state level. So we love this program that you're running right now, because you people like you and others can get training that you need to get a good paying job to support you and your family that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get without the training. And so we appreciate the industry support. We love the community college, and we're very proud of each and every one of you for working so hard to create opportunity for yourselves and your family, and to help build our community and our state. So we really are happy to be here. The act, the law that Annie is proposing would create these tax incentives to make it possible to train more people for jobs that we know exist, but for which people need to be trained. So it would make it so the employer could benefit, so the employer would benefit, create a lot of incentive through the tax system to expand programs like this, so that more people could get the same type of training in microelectronics and a lot of other fields. Anyway, so I'm just happy to be here at the community college, happy to be here with Annie, and just really enjoy meeting you.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right. And Anthony
Cindy,
showed
did
us
you
all
wanna-
everything he was doing, so we really appreciate that. He gave us a real sense of some of the stuff you're working on.
Cindy, did you want to add
Oh,
anything from the state perspective? So I'm the congressional in Washington DC. Cindy works in the state legislature in Concord.
I guess I would just say that our future prosperity depends on you guys all staying here and working here, having a great high-tech career, having a family, and making us a little less gray in New Hampshire.
This is
So
the mother and us
congratulations.
both, that we're all,
Right.
these poor people are just trying to finish
Stay
school.
here. Your parents want you to live nearby.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's great. I don't know if you have any questions or anything from your team, your teaching team here? Anything? Well, we don't want to interrupt your studies. This is an important program. 3 weeks to go, right?
Yeah.
Yes. 3 weeks to go.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's really, really very impressive to be able to get this kind of training in 10 weeks. I know it feels long to you, but you're just going to be leap years ahead of other people that haven't taken the time and don't have access to incredible teachers and local companies. Thank you as well for your support.
It's very helpful to us because it's hard to just take someone off the street, so they get all the basics here, which certainly helps us bring them along. So
Excellent.
we appreciate the class.
Excellent. And so what I find so incredible is this sort of secret gem of the Nashua region and then over toward Keene and up toward Claremont of this incredible high-tech electronics and high-tech companies that you wouldn't even know. You drive along the highway and it's just some, standard box in a parking lot with a bunch of cars and you're wondering, I wonder what happens back there. And I have the rare and unique opportunity to go visit a lot of these companies, and you can help us spread the word to people about the great jobs that are available and the interesting work you'll be able to do. But also, we're trying to just literally change people's perception of manufacturing. It's not your grandfather's factory anymore. We were just joking that when you start work, you're probably gonna be all dressed in a white suit with booties and a hat and, hair netting, and you'll go into some pristine, clean environment for the high-tech electronics that you'll be working on. And it's gonna be great work. It's interesting. You're gonna be working in teams and creative and innovative and thinking of new ideas and really helping to push these programs along. And as you see the trucks on the highway, my favorite part of the trip is always at the very end when the boxes say, ship to Shanghai. Like, my goal is making it right here in America and literally physically making things here, but also the middle class making it in America and being able to live the life that you want and the dreams that you have. And that we can be making things for the rest of the world rather than everything being imported at great expense to us. So I appreciate what you're doing. Yes?
I just want to say that I really, really appreciate this course. I've been dislocated from my job. I went to Mexico, as Pennsylvania, and I worked there for 19 years, and I needed to change my skills because I wanted to stay in manufacturing. And I really appreciate John Mason and Professor Jane and BAE for having, and all the companies that put all the resources. And I really want to say that I'm 51 years old and I needed to gain skills, and this is the perfect setting for me.
That's fantastic.
So,
And
That's
what
really
was
great.
your other job? What was your previous job?
I worked with Austrian Sylvania for 19 years, and then I took on a contract with GE for 2 years, on and off, and I went back to the drawing board and say I need to investigate the market, what they need to stay in manufacturing. The unemployment office helped me, and the program that is paying for this, the
Awesome.
WI,
Awesome.
and, I'm very happy.
And that's exactly, I mean, you're like the poster child for the program. Well, so all these young people coming into the working world, but the fact that I admire your courage and your strength and going back and doing something that maybe is difficult or different, you know, so many of these jobs now that we see are CNC machine, it's all computerized, you know, for people our age to be redeveloping all of that, but you've got the determination, you've got the skills, and you're gonna do a great job. And those are precisely the companies that we're trying to help. The ones, we lost a lot of jobs in Nashua. I mean, over the course of the last 10 or 15 years, you know, Jim and Cindy can attest that a lot of jobs, some went to Mexico, some went overseas to China, and now we're building up these other newer companies that are really cutting edge, you know, the technology, electronics, computer components. New Hampshire has so much to offer, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. It's create these programs so that anybody who's been dislocated or young people that are just starting to come up can get this kind of opportunity. And we're glad you stayed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anybody else?
Kenny?
Yes.
Just like to comment that when these students all showed up on day one, practically none of them knew what microelectronics really was. Some of them had come through the classroom and had seen what it was, and it looked interesting. What I can say now is we start on next Monday, which is the week number 8 of a 10-week course, that every one of these in here has now got the motor skills and the capacity to place parts that are like, you know, 20 mils by 10 mils.
I know, the
sort of
eyesight
size.
alone blows me away.
And work with 1 mil wire and that
Yes,
sort of stuff, so
yes.
although they're not accomplished yet, they've developed a lot of really solid skills in only 7 weeks.
Fantastic.
So I
That's
think
just
that
fantastic.
it's a wonderful thing.
I mean, I was having a hard time even looking at them, to say nothing of maneuvering it. So that's really exciting. That's great. Well, we're proud of all of you. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
And we're gonna wish you the best. 3 more weeks, and then good luck in the search. I know there are jobs out there. I know there are companies. I talk all the time as I do these visits, and, you know, I talk to companies, how's it going? Oh, we've got these openings, we've got those openings, and so now I'll be able to say, oh, call Nashua Community College, they've got a great class just about to end, so good luck to you all. Thanks very much. And if we can ever do anything to help you, this is my team, Justin and Bobby, who just walked in, cue Bobby, who works in our Nashua office. Can you give them the address?
184 Main Street, section 322, right above Opera's Mills and John John Bell's.
Yeah. So Bobby Graham, and if we can help you in any way, we'd be happy to help make those connections. Good to see you. Thank you so much for letting us interact